hazeh, v'abachor notel pishtayim. Right, the firstborn gets a double portion, which means what? The rightful firstborn is entitled, like you said, 4 parts of the third of the 6. Right, so he should get more pishtayim. If each of the 2 sons was meant to get 2, right? So you have 3 and 3, but the bechor gets pishtayim, so he should get 4 of each. 4, right? 2 of each, or 4 total. 4 out of the 6.
So what? Then we give Esav 1 from Olam Haba.
Imkein olam ushlish olam hiralo. Therefore, Hashem showed Yaakov 1 1/3 worlds, a double portion of the inheritance. Because what?
He gets the full Olam Haba and 1/3 of this world.
Right, exactly, which is 4.
Yeah.
The 4/6.
Because they're happy we give Esav 1/3 of the next world.
Right, exactly. That he would remain the Bechor. Right, he retains the Bechor. So what is he saying here? Basically, he's saying is here, explained that when Yaakov was fleeing Eretz Yisrael, he was thinking about Yitzchak's blessing of Galut, and he was distressed about the fact that there's Galut, that the Galut that he and his children would have to endure. Therefore, Hashem indicated to Yaakov in his dream that if his children would involve themselves in Torah and the sacrificial service, that is the Korbanot, they would be spared from the decree of Eglah, from Galut. Yaakov was also shown in his dream that eventually the Jewish people would be redeemed and they'd come back to their land. And that's why Hashem showed Yaakov the Galut Bavel, because the Gemara explains that the reason Hashem took people out of into Bavel is because Bavel is like what we know is Bavel is instead of Gehenom. So it's one of the things that the Midrash promised. There are 4 things. If you observe those 2, which is Sinai, which means Torah and Korbanot, then you'll be saved from Gehenom. And Malchuyot, exactly. The vision thus indicated to Yaakov. Okay, this vision thus indicated to Yaakov that the Jewish people exile would take the place of Gehenom. Right, the Bavel, the Galut, is instead of the Gehenom that they were supposed to get, and he should therefore not be distressed over the decree of Egel. Therefore, Yaakov Avinu's stress or discomfort with his discomfort with the Galut, he said, "No, don't worry about it. The Galut is better. I mean, quote unquote, Galut is better than what they should have gotten, which is Chas v'Chalil Gehenom." So then what he says here? He says here, Zera Shimshon comes with an explanation of another passage in the Midrash, according to which the dream helped help kind of calm Yaakov down about whether he would be able to get the Bechorah. I guess that's the next part of the dream, next part of the Midrash. He's saying is that the Bechorah, Yaakov also was stressed out about, not only about the Galut, but he's also stressed out about the Bechorah. And therefore the Midrash says that Yaakov saw 4 angels in his dream. And the verse in Daniel indicates that the angel comprises 1/3 of the world. Therefore, Yaakov was shown 1 2/3. Why we may explain the significance of 1 2/3 as follows. There are 2 worlds, right? Olam Hazeh and Olam Haba, which were divided between Yaakov and Esav. If we divide the 2 worlds into 6 parts, the rightful born receives 4, which is 1 and 1/3.
That's why they showed him 4 angels.
And the other son receives the remaining 2 parts, because the firstborn is entitled to a double portion. Thus, Yaakov was shown 1 2/3 world to signify that he is the rightful firstborn and that he would retain the Bechorah. So basically, what we're saying is that the 2 things is basically that Yaakov was stressed about these 2 brachot, and he couldn't understand, like we all couldn't understand, the bracha or the vision. We couldn't understand why the bracha of Galut is such a bracha. It's not really a Galut. But Hashem is saying is, no, the Galut that he's getting is better, quote unquote. There's a bracha. The bracha is that if we look at it from the perspective of what would you rather have, Galut or Gehinnom, so the Galut is a better, quote unquote, is instead of Bavel, instead of Gehinnom, and by being occupying ourselves with Torah and with the Korbanot, we protect ourselves from the Shiubud Malchuyot and Shiubud of Galut. And then as you see, you can actually look at it, if we look at it from the perspective of, look at the people who are, the people who are Osek in Torah and Osek in the Korbanot. Let's use Korbanot as a general kind of Tefillah even. Let's say Tefillah and Korbanot, Tefillah and Torah. People who are Osek in Torah and Tefillah, they are protected. Right? The people who are Osek in Torah, the people who are Osek in Mitzvot, and Tefillah, they're the ones who are mamash protected from so many different things because they realize that the Torah and the Tefillah that they have is really instead of the Galut. Oh. And as our good friend Charles likes to say, Baruch Adonai Leolam, Amen. Amen. That's part 1. The part 1. We'll do another one in a few minutes. Bezrat Hashem. So I don't know how to stop this thing.
I'm not turning off.
Are you not turning off? Okay. I was going to go get myself something to eat, so that's where I was going to.
You can go eat some more. I'll carry on a little bit.
Okay, you go.
Next.
We're going to do a Jewish hay in 2 seconds.
Yes. Thank you, sir. So we're just going to sum up a little bit what we've been doing in the Zera Shimshon all these months. And the shout out is Azra. I know he doesn't want to be in it. We'll move it to the soldier who doesn't mind, of Michal. And we just want to reach out to all of you and just remind everyone that Zera Shimshon is a special institution set up by Rabbi Yisrael Zilberger. We have a big we have a big appreciation to Rabbi Zilberberg. He's not a small person. He put a lot of effort into putting out all these svarim, all these books, especially the Hebrew edition, as well as helping ArtScroll with the English edition. And we're holding right now in Drush Hay and Parshat Vayeitzei, and we have the merit to be able to learn it, have such easy access. Thanks to Rabbonim like Rabbi Yisrael Zilberberg, and also for Charles Sakkal for assisting. People like Charles assist that Rabbi Yisrael Zilberberg should be able to access the world, as well as our friend Rabbi Benjamin Pashtes, I think his name is Pashtes in New York. These are people that have, Baruch Hashem, a big schus, a big merit. We have the merit, my own family. For me personally, it's a Yeshua. The whole family get to learn every week, not only at the Shabbos Kiddush. You come to the Kiddush and you live far. But please God, whoever's able, you feel the energy of it. We have every week a beautiful Kiddush in Shirat David, hosted usually by Charles. This week will be hosted by the Machon of Yaakov. I believe his name is Greenstein. I think something like that. He's going to be hosting from the Machon. Be our first time having him give the shir. Reb Shimon Herman helped him prepare, and Reb Shimon himself was unable to attend this. Otherwise, he would be teaching tonight. And we have the merit also of Mordecai filling in as well. It's amazing. The amazing thing about Zera Shimshon is so many people learning it. We always have someone to give it over. And thank God with the translation and with all the hard work, it's very clear and a beautiful nisach. And we'll get in a moment to Drush Hay. I just want to mention that the Shabbos Kiddush is very, very important for me personally, because my whole family come, and it's the first time I've ever been in a community where the whole family attend, not only shul, but also attend a shir every week, and it gives them tremendous chizuk and inspiration. And not only that, but my daughter also gives over every week in Shalat Sudas time. In the English edition, the ArtScroll edition, she gives over the Zera Shimshon to our family at the table, and we get to hear not only the Torah from the Zera Shimshon, but also the Yeshuot, the salvations it gives. And it's a big chorus of top for me to have that kind of Torah access to my home, that before I moved to Efrat a year ago, I didn't have access and the kind of Torah that would inspire my whole family. And it comes with a deep appreciation. So I just want to thank all of you once again for providing this and giving us the ability to get sponsorship so that this happens on a weekly level. That we also have food and l'chaims that go along, allow it to be more positive and family friendly, as well as Kiddush friendly, and feeds our hungry soldiers so they can go back to their duty. L'chaim, we don't take it for granted. So we're going to start now. Drush Hay, and Mordecai is going to lead the way. This is a tag team.
Hay is long, no?
It's long, but it's
a good one.
I think we should be able to do it. It's
okay.
a similar.
Oh, it's a similar kind of thing. Okay. All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Ready?
Mordecai on the mic.
All right.